that sense.
Yeah, and for ENCE, like, you have to eventually overcome that, right? You can't just constantly be there and be, oh, well, today they could win. You eventually have to. You have to deliver on it.
And this team has been slowly kind of rising up and slowly getting more and more dangerous, and they'd love to kind of put a capstone and get over the hump to be considered a really dangerous contender in big events like IEM Katowice. And everyone hungry to be on that stage. Dia with the P250 is going to get shut down with the quickness. Great shot from Lucky at mid. 5-on-4, and all that's left is this A hit from ENCE. They're just going to walk out.
Lucky way back to CT is the only one to make contact. They'll rotate through Donuts trying to get Config in position, but Hades already has him. And that is a lovely position for them to gather because they have a safety in planting the bomb.
Yeah, that was the bomb on low HP as well that Lucky tagged him down, so I thought maybe there was a chance he could get spammed or naded, but a good kill on Config and Donut would prevent that from ever happening. Now, Donut is going to be a point of contention for this retake. Hades has got to hold off two. I don't know if he spotted the second one. Spinx going to cut off that flank, or is he? He was the low HP that Lucky tagged down earlier. Hades has one, and there goes Glaive. The rest of the trap is sprung.
Blame F, 1 versus 2. Bomb, he knows where that is. Ticking on his right side. No kit to play with, so he's got to get a hustle on.
It's over.
But you're right, it is. He's backed out. He's just gone through a little flyby. Buzzed the tower.
Well done from ENCE. I mean, that retake was all the strength. Was the flank coming in from Donut, was the flank coming in from Glaive towards a main, and they handle it with great aplomb.
Nice. Good variety of vocabulary, Jason.
Yeah, linguistics.
Busting out your lexicon.
All right, good on ENCE. Kind of touched on that in the previous map as well. Astralis was leading in the pistol round category. It's now 3 pistols for Astralis in the series, 2 for ENCE. Second round bye from the defense. Scout on Lucky. Deagle's on the other 4.
Config, aggressive with the Deagle down below, will have the flames and smoke at the elbow connection points, and so far can't get anything with it. He's actually going to go straight through. Config, you're nuts. You're insane. Why are you doing this? He's smartened up. He's going to just hold in that smoke instead, which could be even more problematic if someone walked through it and all of a sudden he's behind them.
Well, he can have a lot of information. This could catch Spinx off guard, although he's aware of the possibility.
Pretty up to it, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's making sure he's not getting caught out. Good win, good peek just as the smoke fades.
Config's gonna be annoyed by that even.
Well, I mean, I like the risk. You kind of feeling like maybe you can gain an advantage of information if you have that, and you're also in a quick position to flank. Also, it did allow them to rotate a 4th player over towards the B bomb site, but that's obviously been busted up now that he goes down. Glaive takes his position, and the A bomb site is wide open for the taking for ENCE.
Then walk that bomb in the direction. Snappy's going to come back out from Jaguar, and it's Glaive inside of middle that he'll run into and runs him down with the MAC-10. Dia inside of the site. Blame F. Top side of middle. They will likely try and save what they have on the CT side, and typically going to improve upon that. Well, it depends on your perspective, I suppose. The Deagle has the damage at range. The MAC-10 has the running gun potential.
Well, the nice thing is he can keep that MAC-10 in the next round if he saves it and drop a Deagle over to a teammate. So Config can go for some of those jiggle peek 1-taps with the Deag, and you still have a decent amount of weaponry to do some damage. However, ENCE at this round is going to get their 2nd on the board, so 2-0 in this 3rd and deciding map.
So they start off with a pistol win. That's only their 2nd, by the way, in this series. And it's both been on the T side, just to note. They won the T side pistol up.
That's right, yeah.
Overpass. So they've cleaned that part of the game up. I know pistols have been a problem for them. I even recall, if I'm not mistaken, Natu tweeting out being like, wow, great series if we don't even need to win pistols the other day. So they haven't had the most success or highest percentage in that situation this year.
Good old Natu. Probably sitting in his Finnish sauna, watching the game.
You been to his Finnish sauna?
I have not.
It's not bad. He could be in the Finnish hot tub outside.
Config, flashbang. Flashbang for the sky, but he's not going to go for a peek with it. Zip does have that MAC-10. He's going to hold on to Jaguar as long as he can. Now slinks away back into the bomb site. 3 players towards A, or excuse me, 2 at A, 1 in mid. That's Glaive with the USP just jumping for information. Doesn't want fights in that position. 2 defending B. Oh, Zip likes that. He likes that very, very much. He continues the spray, and Hades could not recover in time.
Snappy's gonna sneak in behind. Spinx is on low HP. He's gone. Snappy with the Mac 10. Timing on Glaive. Runs down Blame F. Give this man a big old paycheck. A fat one to cash in at the... Okay, he's dead. Well, at least he can pay for his casket.
That was like a old school gangster Uzi run by, drive by. Scout shot misses. Lucky's
driving the old Eldorado.
Ooh, nice, right through the box. Lucky eats a nade. Good catch though.
It's not bad.
3-0.
Caught it with his teeth like the lucky dog he is.
Playing some handball, Danish pastime.
Oh, European handball's actually awesome. Don't knock it until you try it, Jason.
It's always more of a racquetball fan myself.
Yeah, it's because you're a racket.
Nailed it.
Thanks, man.
3-0. Rifles are out, off in the hands of Lucky. Gets an upgrade from that scout. Deep utility and aggression from Astralis. Glaive is going to back up into a Molotov, move forward to dodge the flames. Maden is going to go down. Zip again being aggressive. Molotov forces Maden into the open. Perfect opening kill. And the rest of ENCE is stuck behind this smoke, and this is going to suck. You have no presence anywhere else on the map. It's just re-smoked. That's another 17 seconds. You just got to chill and wait behind it. And that's a lot of time for Zip to clear out lane over here.
Spinx with the flash over the top. Tries to work back down the ramp as he has the Molotov as well to hold them at bay. So buying some time and space for Astralis, looking to get their first round, having already found the first kill in it.
The only bummer out of this, I mean, it's great. You've eaten time off the clock. You've kept ENCE from doing anything on the map. But on the other side, Astralis, because they felt no presence or pressure anywhere else, they're starting to push a main. That's Glaive who's going to have a flank and start shrinking the map. You can see those blue dots on the mini-map rotating over to shore up the defense here. I'll say the only negative thing is all that utility used early on, they don't have anything to slow down this hit or cut it off. Config gets here, but that Molotov isn't going to do anything. They're already going to stream into the bomb site. There is still a player in Jaguar who can come back towards Cave, but Config is giving them an advantage in the post-plant, but they don't even get there. Great shutdown from Astralis. ENCE never able to clear out and make that a safe bomb site for a plant. And first round on the board for the defense.
Early picks and overrun or lots of utility on the site. The in-between doesn't seem to pay off. It is a CT-sided map, as we've been saying, statistically right now, the most CT-sided map. So Astralis getting started on that campaign. ENCE has done well to get the 3 rounds, and they'll have weapons this time as well. They will not be acquiring the services of an AWP. So Hades not going to have that weapon this time. Spinx again going to get aggressive to A. Down the stairs already, and peeking at the bottom side of middle has Blame F doing the same. From Jaguar, he sees them coming through the smoke. A little bit late to respond in the first. That means he's lost his teammate because Maden got the shot off before Spinx could get the kill, and Snappy turns and trades. They'll overrun the site, but Glaive smartly rotates quick to the back lane, and no smoke on it. He's good for 1 before Spinx has him done. And advantage still to ENCE as he forces out as well. Config, Spinx gets the kill by way of flames and positioning. Here comes Lucky. 41 HP, finds the first shot already. But the bomb this time is planted for ENCE, and Lucky gap in the smoke, desperately trying to find someone through it. Won't have the information if anyone snuck inside of the cave, though he didn't hear anyone go that way. So did they walk silently, or are they still on the left side? Now is when the uncertainty sets in. He finds Dia, looks again, but can't quite find it, and Hades gets Lucky underneath the gun to get the shot of the AK.
That's almost some spectacular stuff from Lucky. Almost winning out in the 1 versus 3. That would have been a big-time clutch, but Hades, that's a tough position for him to clear out. Directly to his left, as you said, 4-1. Bring it up again. Ancient tends to be very, very CT-sided, so 4 rounds this early on in the half is huge for ENCE, and Astralis is going to take an early timeout going into round number 6. Lucky's got 4,500. Config, Blame F, upper 2,000s. They've got a decision to make here, though Config's already picked up a Deagle, so maybe it's just some kind of light armor and upgraded pistols for them. 3-round lead for ENCE on this deciding map. Still time to recover.
Get a candle in chat for 10s. No Pasara. Pasar? That must be, yeah, you can't go by there, Jason, just in case you're wondering.
That's a restricted area.
Well, there's no restrictions for Config right now. He's through the smoke already at middle. Hades is he's going to go with the AWP. Oh, dear. That is lovely from Config.
Move that no Passar sign out here into mid. Config has just shut it down with the Deagle. One shot. That's onto an AWP as well. The hand cannon. And Spinx has got to think about removing that AWP from the possibility of being recovered by Astralis. Sticking around to see if there's any aggression. A little bit risky. Look at the aggression in A now. Glaive and Blame F have rotated around to get this push going.
Config going aggressive again. They'll likely try and hold off that
He's going to get another
position.
one.
Yeah, absolutely is. He's going to go right in behind him. They're never going to expect this push. Such a long rotation. He's already made it happen. Sees the body, sees the kill, and he makes no mistake. On one bullet again to take off Spinx's head. I
don't think ENCE even realizes how often in these first 5 rounds that have been completed that push has come in, or I guess I should say 6 rounds that have been played since he did it in this round. I don't think they even realize that Astralis has put, you know, some attention towards pushing and being aggressive towards A to close down and shrink this map. Huge kills for Config to start the round. ENCE is in danger. Nade comes out, can't recover in time. Diha misses the shot, needs the pistol. Needs to get aggressive as well. He needs to find Glaive because the rest of his teammates have gone down. And another Deagle shot from Lucky. Triple kill on Config is the big one. First the shot onto Hades to eliminate him early on, and then the push from A main to get a freebie in the back. And Astralis have recovered quickly. 4-2. Back in business for the Danes.
Yeah, absolutely are. And getting the AKs picked up, this is a free round for them. We've seen quite a few low-buy wins today in this series.
Yeah, it's made it real tough for ENCE. I mean, there was a low-buy win on Mirage to get Astralis started in the comeback to force overtime, which they would eventually lose. There was a low-buy win on Overpass right when ENCE was about to take complete control with a three-round lead down the stretch. That denied them that control. And now here early on, Astralis do it just to kind of keep fighting in the early stages of the half. Not too worried about pistol rounds.
Yeah, well, Astralis will be worried about potentially just the Tech 9 and Deagle this time, and because Config already shows what that can do, but a bit of rifle action. Hades on the AK.
Double up setup for Astralis as well. Lucky and Glaive are going to have those. ENCE takes a timeout to talk things over, perhaps just to calm down some frustration, calm down a few miscues and mistakes, and they need to start considering the fact that they obviously need to keep their eyes on that A push. Although, oddly enough, with Astralis having done it 2 or 3 times already in this game, they might slow down for a bit. It might be something they just come back to one more time later on in this half when hopefully ENCE forgets that it's even a possibility. But they might want to cool their jets with it for the moment. Oh, God.
Wow, they're not cooling jets at all. Their afterburners are on. Glaive's got to rotate around, and he's actually exposed, very exposed. That flash comes in. Oh, he's lucky Dia didn't get the angle with the AK. As he goes back, misses the shot. That's going to let Maden get close, and he slides underneath with the Tech 9. To make no mistake on the kill, they have to watch back toward Donut, though. Smoke down at the mouth of it. It'll allow the bomb plant 5 up. They've got surely to go for this. If they get the next kill, if they don't on that, maybe back off then. But right now, surely get aggressive, find the peaks. They've got the kits to play with. 2 of them still up and well and truly established in the round. Config's tag through the wall. That allows a slide from Dia to finish. But now Astralis getting the numbers on the board. Xyp9x with 2. Lucky found Snappy, and Hades has to hold. He has Spinx to work with. But Hades is well back toward the tunnel, and his teammate beside. The smoke's going that direction. Are they try and peek it on this? Diffuse is occurring. Oh, and he wasn't boosted up despite that they were both there.
It's over.
But they don't know. They don't know where he is. You're right. There's no time left on the bomb. They let that go too far.
Oh, my Lord.
And they lose Lucky afterwards.
Somebody got off the plant. Yeah, they're going to recover the op, but that's a small consolation prize for a round that you had won at ENCE's. Yeah, they're giggling. They were given a gift there. I mean, first of all, it feels like they had so many advantages, so many strong positions, they should have just won that clean. But the fact that Astralis actually does an excellent retake and then gets off the bomb, I guess at some point, I'm not sure.
I didn't even see why. Like, we saw the tap, the kill on the first player, and then Spinx is behind smoke. There's a gap in it. He runs out. He didn't throw a nade or do anything to really scurry the player off of it.
I'd have to see the replay. I wonder if maybe the guy who was on the defuse initially didn't have a kit. Maybe.
There is 2 kits in play. That was the only thing, yes.
But man, that's a hard one to swallow if you're Astralis.
I'm going to use my trusty old replay system of the Twitch delay here, Jason, see what I can see on that one. No, I can't. We're already past it.
Well.
And I got an ad. Thanks, Amazon. God, man.
Well, you're just, you know, giving ESL some ad money.
Yeah.
5-2, 3-round lead for ENCE. Still a strong buy for Astralis. They can come right back into it. They saved 2 weapons in the previous round. They've got cash and, ooh, ENCE, rinse and repeat, baby. But this time it's Lucky with the op, and he's got the first. He sees more coming. He wants another. Jumped over the shot, but he's got the third player to come out, and Lucky's delivering. What a huge round from him. Spinx responding. 2 quick kills, but he's got 3 to find. Minute and a half.
I think it was Spinx on the defuse, and I think he was one of the ones without the kit. So
okay.
There you go. Because I think the kits were in the hands of BlameF and Config in that situation. So nevertheless, Spinx now left in 1v3. Astralis recovering again. We said that just 2 rounds ago, but yet to string successive rounds together. They're giving this game piece by piece to ENCE if they're not careful. Spinx will take his time. He has the bomb, 1 minute and 6 to work with.
That's a very bold call, going right back into the A-rush. It might have worked if Lucky wasn't hitting some spectacular shots. Great performance from him, triple kill on the initial defense. Now, I'm assuming Spinx's thought process here is, I'm just going to go quiet. I'm going to hope somebody comes in for information, hope somebody peeks. But the fact that Astralis has Spinx wrapped all the way around A means there's no escape backwards. They've got a player in Donut watching for him to cross Temple, so they know exactly where Spinx is. There's the swing and peek from BlameF. 3rd round for Astralis on the board.
And it's very, very, very little weaponry this time, Jason, but that hasn't seemed to stop anyone in this game from winning rounds.
Let's do an A-rush 3 rounds in a row.
Okay, I'm in.
3 Tech 9s and 2 Deagles.
Hades is looking toward B off spawn, so I think it's going to be that side instead.
Yeah, no,
they are going to rush it, though.
That would have been crazy. It would have been crazy, but it would have been interesting. Are they going to rush it? Okay. Not quite. Head towards Jaguar. BlameF is going to have the defense here, looking for the peak, and he's just going to go in dry. No flashbang to activate him. Zip pushes up, down B ramp, and all the attention is going to be drawn in that direction, which allows BlameF to swing out, get a double kill. Astralis handling business. They know where Hades is. Config loves that fight all day long. 5-4 in the favor of ENCE still, but just barely.
Yep. Spinx, the only one to fall that time for Astralis, so they start to build up a bit of efficiency and economy as a result. No bomb plant either for ENCE, so they're in a very good position, Astralis, now to take back control of this game, or take control of this game. I shouldn't say back. They haven't really had it, have they?
ENCE should be thanking their lucky stars. They already have 5 because, I mean, when they've tried to go B, they've been locked out. Zip has done very good pushing down that ramp. It's been tough for them to get any kind of comfort at actually attacking that bomb site. Config has been great pushing down mid, and when they don't go towards A, they've had to deal with a bunch of flanks when Astralis gets aggressive in the mid-round to find information. Glaive looking to stat pad.
Molotov, but a little bit late.
Yeah, not worth.
Awesome his life. Glaive gone. Config through the smoke, and now the stats of the pads have come out. The stats have been padded. Config with 4, and we have a 5-5 scoreline.
Yeah, nobody from ENCE working up mustering the courage to swing a little bit wider to be able to protect against a swing like that. Smoke's not going to hold Config back. Stops the plant as well. Huge play. Everyone cordon towards Sign. That's not a fun fight to take if you're ENCE. We're all tied up. Hades really wants a scope. He's got the Krieg in hand.
Yeah, I noticed he picked that up. See if he can do anything with it.
A-rush.
Again.
I like
Lucky. LVP up close, gets the first one, knows they're marching toward him, and he finds a second angle and falls inside of the donut. And the cream filling emerges in the form of Glaive to find Maden, but he already found a kill before that. Config again, though, is right back into it from middle. He'll have BlameF watching his backside. Not anymore. Spinx with the kill, 1-on-2, but no possession of bomb. And no awareness of Spinx working back out from B.
ENCE is in a lot of trouble. You're already falling in, what, three A-rushes now in the past, like 4 or 5 rounds?
Do it again.
Yeah, they'll never expect it a 5th time.
I think you rush straight up middle through CT back to A.
Like I said, they do have a little bit of a luxury because of that good start. to get 5 rounds on the board this early, although they're obviously not content, because this is the 3rd timeout they've taken in 11 rounds.
And Lucky just barely clipped as he fell back. So now it is very much Astralis in the lead, and again the pistols, ENCE without bomb plants to accompany the lost round bonus, which to be fair, okay, it is maximized now. It is 4 in a row now, so I was going to say it wasn't really building because it was going back and forth for a bit, but...
No, it's not back and forth anymore. It's 5 of the last 6 going in the favor of Astralis. And even just that 1 round, I think, was the kind of curious get off the bomb defuse for reasons that we still have not fully confirmed, but we're assuming it is the diffuser not having a kit, regardless.
Archaeological zone, Jason.
Okay, yeah. Can't mess with those.
No. That's why you're not allowed back there. I know you were asking. BlameF's going to be inside of the cave positions if it's again down toward the ramp. He's liked it here.
Oh, he's been doing a great job here. Every time they've come, spamming into the smoke. A little bit of nade damage, nicely done from Zip. And a whole BlameF through the smoke. Grabs 2, another nade, just close up to make sure if anyone's pushing, they eat the damage, they tank it. He's got relative safety as he reloads. Maden coming through it. Oh, BlameF was already pre-aiming down lane, and he still adjusts accordingly.
Spinx desperately spraying through the cubby trying to get kills, but that's enough to at least hold them aligned as Lucky gets a shot and Config emerges to get the kill from behind. 2 rounds now.
This is
ENCE with 6.
This is the Astralis you don't want to see. They're denying everything. They're coming to fight whenever ENCE is gaining that map control towards the B bomb site. This is why I feel like ENCE is in trouble. They've got to be so happy they have their 5 rounds already, because this is getting real dicey, and we're not seeing a whole lot of success early on in these rounds for ENCE.
Solid rifle round AKs for ENCE. There will be Lucky on the AWP, but the rest are on M4s. Hasn't been any AKs to pick up and carry over in the last few rounds. Smoke to middle. Config. Just extinguished himself in that corner. He only goes down to 69 HP, but his position revealed. Luckily, that smoke, as we saw, was thrown to defend his position, so no one comes through and capitalizes on him being caught out. And he's going to try and utilize that to his advantage. Remember last time, though, Spinx was ready for this. He's on 4 HP right now.
Yeah, well, there's a bigger issue. Again, Zip pushes down that B ramp and finds a kill, and then also you're going back to the A bomb site as a group for ENCE, where Lucky has been so fantastic. Every time you've showed up on his screen, he's been able to handle it. Molotov out, not aware of the boost just yet, and he's going to go down this time. Never saw it coming. Well struck from ENCE with the boost up, but Config's got a fast flank. That's been spotted out, however. As you mentioned, Spinx with 4 HP, he wants nothing to do with that fight. Astralis still in a very strong position, despite the fact that they're going to have to retake.
Still looking for an angle. Dia. Haven't seen him as of late. Gone a little more quiet. 5 kills in this game. Everyone else is on 6, Jason, so he's underperforming again. What can I say? Oh, Glaive's got him this time, sneaking out. Config had Snappy as well just before that. So it really is Astralis winning all the kills. Hades in the corner is going to get taken down, and Spinx able to snap over and find Spinx as well. Now, thankfully for ENCE, for consolation's sake, they did get a bomb plant in this round.
Yeah, they'll need that to keep buying and keep fighting, but they've really got to find a solution for Zip pushing down B, for BlameF and Jaguar for Lucky at A. They've got to find a solution everywhere across the map. Even Config that round without a kill, able to control middle. So there just hasn't been a whole lot of room for ENCE to even move around the map. It's basically, here's the decision we've made, and we have to just kind of try and execute it as best we can. They haven't been able to find picks. They haven't been able to force any rotations to be able to get creative across the map in the mid-round. And Astralis has got pretty good control so far. Spinx going to try and force the issue. Has to get out of the flames. Finally they got Zip. BlameF, though, has been great. He's using sound around the pillar, and he doubles up. He could go for more. Smoke to give him some protection. BlameF looking for one more player to find. Tucked into the cubby. Diha finds his support. It's BlameF again with a triple.
Gets dinked up, though. They knew he'd ran away somewhere. Didn't go inside of the cave. Spinx does slowly but surely collect onto him, and now it's the advantage. Hades still with that sig. Lucky has gone back toward middle. He's got an AK picked up as he wants to try and go for the retake. Try and clutch this back. They both didn't see each other. But the problem, Lucky, responding to that shot, thinking surely he was in the crosshairs, has now given his position away and running through the Molotov. He'll take a tick of damage. They'll continue to throw things toward him. So far, no sinks, but they might have that out the corner as he arrives, because there is that little mini scope. It's just a wee one, but it does a great thing, Jason.
Yeah. Really, really good job from ENCE there. Finally finding Zip, finally able to neutralize his aggression, not take too much damage from him, and just press the issue. Still a big, scrappy battle. Individually, Astralis players on point. BlameF almost pulls that round back into their favor with that monstrous triple kill. Final round of the first half, and as tough as it's been, that's a good 6th round for ENCE to grab after such a long run from Astralis, just to start feeling a little bit better about this half. It was 6 rounds straight for Astralis, finally put to an end. And Spinx eats a grenade trying to be aggressive. This time, nobody's going to be there. Excuse me, Config flashes through.
Spinx did well to jump away from that. Dead man on borrow time, spamming an AK as well, and it's going to catch Config, who jumps up onto the ledge. So that's an exchange in middle that hasn't gone Spinx's way too many times. In mid itself, obviously, go back to the very start of the game where Config pushed into the smoke in the corner. But guess who's back? Back again. Glaive is back. Spinx is dead.
All right. Getting creative artistic liberties.
It's not a DCMA if I don't copy it.
Final 3 players just going to walk up B ramp. Oh, they're out in the open. He had no idea. Still, you have Lucky inside of the cave. You have support coming over, and that's a very, very blind from a team flash. Maden and Hades. Dia throws an ill-advised flashbang, and it helps Astralis shut down the final hit. A good start to the half for ENCE, but a brilliant recovery and a very strong defense from Astralis. They've got a 9-6 lead, 3-round lead on this 3rd and deciding map. We'll be right back to see who's getting eliminated and who's moving on. He has my boy. He's not going to let me down.
Not sure which hair's better between the two of you, to be honest.
Mine.
I thought so.
That's not even a question.
Maden already swinging back from CT, considering the fact that mid could be lost. They only have 1 player, Hades, over toward A. And the birds are singing, Jason. Could be singing Config's praises if they rotate that direction, because he's already in the top red room. Hades, therefore, is going to be isolated. Config's got him. Man swings around to find Maden as well. That's a beautiful position from him. Dia dualies, and he finds one on Lucky. 2nd kill for them, Jason. And maybe if I say it, it'll come true. This could be it.
No, this is the problem. They're just running all the way to the other side of the map. Config on for the ace. He's going to get it. Oh, no, he's not. What a shot. That was the right gun, and it looked good. That shot from BlameF should give him the idea that it's the B bomb site that has been taken over.
3 kills.
No kit, though. This has got to be fast. Astralis can play the time game. That bomb is essentially a 3rd teammate for the Astralis defense.
High noon, he's gun slinging. Slings away, though, does the jumping Spinx to... So, excuse me, BlameF to stay out of the equation, and Dia's gonna hold this one more time. BlameF gets closer, they're both gonna peek out. They're not gonna go together, they'll take their turns, and BlameF gets the kill. I will say, Jason, that was the best round we've seen from dualies yet, but I'm not convinced. Spinx has picked them up nonetheless.
Yo, let's just talk about BlameF for a second. He's having a monster series so far, especially on the 2 maps that Astralis is winning. He's 16-4 here on Ancient. Overpass, I don't have the score in front of me, but he was absolutely fantastic, especially down the stretch where he just took over the game as an individual. Great round from Config here. Quad kill was on for the ace. was shut down. However, ENCE is going to be playing this series without winning a CT pistol round. 4 pistols won by Astralis across all 3 maps, 2 won by ENCE.
BlameF spamming inside of Jaguar position. He's got now a Molotov instead. That'll push Dia back further. Has to stay inside the cave position instead, and BlameF will clear to make sure they can move up and get closer, as Hades, meanwhile, is inside of the site on the M4. He'll back off as well and head toward the... Actually, he's not going to go full CT. He's going to wrap around and take the secondary lane instead.
Ooh.
Well, that sucks. Sorry, Spinx.
Sorry, Spinx. No nades left on the ENCE side of things. So it's just going to be all shooting. They're starting to get an idea. Hades is shifting over with that M4, so at least the rifle, the one rifle that ENCE has to play with in this round is going to be at the point of attack. They're coming up the ramp already. Hades not activated just yet. Swings out, grabs one. Nice headshot. He's got HP for more battles. Holding the off angle, but now he's going to have to fall away. Good kill onto a low HP zip. It's a 3-on-3.
Plank goes down, forward of the pillar as well, and Spinx knows that he's run back toward the ramp, tries to swing it out with the Deagle in hand. It's Hades that has config in the meantime. That's 3 kills for him. Potential for the ace. Spinx looking for the bomb. Gives it a tap. Tries to pull some positions, but can't do it. Firing in, though, to the blinded players on ramp. He's done massive amount of damage onto BlameF. 14 at 21.
Stick it.
Hades is going to hold, and they are going to try and stick it. It would be an ace if he gets all 5, but I don't think it even goes that far because they're holding the defuse. They try and peek it out and get the diffuser.
He's got
but
it.
They can't in time, and you're right. He has the defuse in good stead. It is now 10-7 as ENCE pull around.
Holy hell, Hades is just shooting shots at both choke points, trying to keep them at bay, and that's the last bullet to kill BlameF peeking from cave. That's spectacular. What an incredible turnaround, and ENCE needed it. Hades provides a miracle. 7-10, 3 rounds back still, but they steal a round away.
Yeah, that's well done. That's not the ace for Hades, but it might as well be.
Yeah, well,
because he allows the diffuse.
Yep.
He does everything else.
Just give it to him based off impact.
Yeah, 100%. Like, that was just a foolish round from him.
Timeout from Astralis. They have 2 left after this. This is... We want to talk things over. Implication they'll be buying back up into this with the extra money from the bomb plant.
Hades has been quiet in this game. As you can see, his ADR only 59.
Listen, we're going to say his name a lot more this half once he gets that AWP out. We saw it in the first half. We saw how impactful Lucky was with the op. Hades can do just the same thing.
199 damage in that last round, though. Despite that it was 4 kills, that means he's only getting about 50 per player. But I don't think the ADR takes that into consideration because he does lead the way on 12 kills right now. So I think the ADR was likely accumulated before that, potentially.
Very possible, yeah. Double Molotov, nade as well. They're going to go right at Snappy. 4 players here. BlameF over towards the B bomb site, just throwing utility, trying to keep him honest, and he's done just that. 4 players stuck to the B side of the map. Snappy's going to be very, very much alone. Someone needs to light the beacons. Get the reinforcements on the way. Snappy playing in Temple.
Snappy's there, you're right. M4 as he swings out. And here they come.
More utility to just draw that one support player away.
Snappy spots it though, config's in. Hades is the one that's inside of the donut lane. Flash out, Maden also coming around from the CT connectors. Hades finds Glaive, walks in, still nothing to discourage his position or to deter his vision. Bullet does take him down, and BlameF running by, finds Snappy through the smoke. They'll get Maden, and down goes Dia. It's 11-7 for Astralis.
What an absolute monster BlameF is in this game. That's a brilliant shot coming out of Donut. And not just that, brilliant calls from Glaive as well. Remember, utility used over towards B at the early stages of the round to keep 4 players pinned towards the B bomb site. And then right before they just walk out into a contact play at A, utility used to block off Donut, utility used to block off those mid stairs. And the defenders there that are supposed to be supporting the A bomb site have their attention pulled elsewhere. Provides a great opening for the attack to find some space in the A bomb site. Back to pistols for ENCE. This time, no hero M4. Can they pull off another spectacular rebuttal? They need it.
Headshot Hades, and he's got it.
Out smoke as well. He can recover the gun. That's lovely. Yes, sir. Yes, please.
He does it, gets it, runs back. That's something to work with now in the AK-47. For ENCE, jumping up, Snappy. Boosted CT side. Glaive's able to get him, but he's gone low, and Spinx has Lucky down. Glaive's got to run. 12 HP, no chance. Another gun grabbed as they'll smoke that angle off as well. That's why Spinx, they're all trying to spam into that smoke, hoping he goes for it.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we don't want to let you have that weapon. Spinx has got it. It's just a Galil. However, you have Glaive on low HP, 12 health. What's he supposed to do in this round? It's got to be Config and Zip that create something. Nade towards the back of the boxes in mid. Nobody's there. Nobody's home. Glaive has been relegated to flank watcher, while Config and Zipnix try and find a way out of this situation.
Config with the flash toward the red room.
Again, just a sound cue to make ENCE believe that they're taking control of those stairs. It's keeping Diha focused on that position of the map. Footsteps by Zip, good kill, good opening. But here's the AK-47. Hades stepping up next. He doesn't have to be too aggressive, but indeed he will. Pre-fire from Zip. Oh, it's awkward. Hades doesn't want to commit to that fight. He didn't like it. Diha's got a lot to do.
Can't find the first shot. Glaive's low. He does get it on the second approach. And Dia not done. Will go around the pillar, but Hades has already found Config. It's Zipix left in a 1-on-3, and this time with 5 seconds, I don't think he has any chance of a sermon.
Man, the play there from Diha, especially after missing the initial salvo, that initial exchange is just so good. Just working his way around that pillar, freezing them out in the open. And Hades again, the hero of this round. They better buy that man some kind of a steak dinner.
What if he's a vegetarian?
Okay. A nice crisp salad.
I'm into it.
Maybe some goat cheese, walnuts, and cherries or something?
It's too fancy. Take me out for dinner anytime, Jason.
Go get some of that fresh wasabi at some point. Authentic wasabi. BlameF 20-5.
Boost up for BlameF on the box at ramp. In fact, not even going to put himself on the box, but just use the headshot angle instead. They'll spam the smoke to see if anyone has pushed through the animal's cage. Lucky in middle is making sure as well no one's inside of that position and holding the donut angle in case anyone does get aggressive from the CT side. There is a player back down that hallway. It's Spinx that waits at the corner. There he is. So pretty slow approach so far from Astralis. Dwindling on utility as well. There's only one smoke left in their arsenal. And
yeah, they have to imagine this is, I was going to say a set piece towards the B bomb site with that utility, but they saw something. There's something there they didn't really like. It's called off. Traveling in a death ball. All 5 players from Astralis together in middle.
Another smoke picked up and deployed, so there was one on the ground somewhere we didn't see that they still had ready to go. Spinx, that's not ideal. Risks the smoke and then actually gets taken down for it. Lucky was able to find the headshot through, and that means they'll have a bit more access to the site, but Snappy's still on foot, in position, and trying to slow them down because that means Hades can strike from behind. Bomb is planted, 12 seconds on the clock, but that's enough to maybe, potentially, make it work, and no, not if Maden's on the case. He comes in, and Hades on the flank. It's now a 9th round for ENCE.
That was a close affair the whole way through. I think you can start to see some of the nerves, some of the pressure getting to ENCE, that missed smoke over in Donut, that awkward exchange. Things are getting a bit sloppy between both these teams. And ENCE just barely hold on to it. Crazy, crazy stuff. This is a big fight. Snappy as well, he seemed a little flustered. It's Maden who kind of delivers the big frag right here, looking for that planter, and he's got him. And Hades probably saved his life as well from behind. Just centimeters away. Another timeout, a 3rd timeout for Astralis, going into round 21. They want to talk things over. That plant is not going to help them get out any kind of a great buy. Everyone hovering right around 3K, although Zip's up at 3,900. Still, you're not going to be super pleased, and I think Astralis might have to just drop down to a half buy. Be content to set the goal at economic damage onto the defense. At least 1 hero AK on the board. The new additions to Astralis, the big Marquee additions, Config and Blame F, both at 21 kills, leading the way for a struggling Astralis team.
Yeah, no question about that. They've down bottom at 7, trying to get the in-game leading. Working out in his favor.
He's called some good rounds so far in this T-half. The one thing that's going to be tough, I think, for Astralis is that they would have liked to have had. ENCE has done such a great job of preventing them from getting out to the same hot start that they had. Remember, ENCE got out to, what, like a 4-1, 5-2 lead early on in that T-half, and then just basically got shut down by the strength of the ancient CT sides. Astralis doesn't have the benefit of that gift of rattling off 4 or 5 rounds due to an economic advantage. Huge kill from D-Hub, but he's brought low.
Hades.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
How'd this happen?
Glaive all the way in behind. Cut out Snappy. That was all the way through the A site. Maden's got to rotate over. Glaive's going to back and head that direction, trying to beat them to that position, but it's such a long way to go. They don't dare trust the donut, so Maden will get in position, but nothing to cover that position. Has already gone low, and around the corner comes Blame F. He drops, and now the plant possible. They don't even have to necessarily...
No utility, though, is the biggest problem, and there's going to be an AWP on Hades with a long range.
That's what I was going to say, though. They don't necessarily have to face that position towards CT to get the bomb plant down, but they absolutely have no utility to protect, and Spinx is going to get closer. That's going to make it more problematic. More angles for him to fire at, and there's only 30 seconds left in the round. They need a pick on this. They need to find it. The boost up Config spotted. Sliding back out. Spinx gets the kill. And he puts himself into some safety. Dia walks out. It's all on to Blame F. 1 versus 2. Hades rotating back in with that AWP. Blame F's made his position very clear. As with 14 seconds, he was desperate to get it done. We have a 1-round game.
Yeah, he had to go aggressive and get that kill. Maden almost, I think, tried to do too much crossing over to that back corner box. And Evan, for a while there, I felt like ENCE didn't truly believe the A bomb site was the one that was going to be under attack. They started spreading back out. Astralis almost able to gain something off of that. 11-10. Here comes the real... Ooh, I was going to say the real buy, but without that plant. This is 2 rounds in a row now where they've had a hero AK and some upgraded pistols. This time it's a little bit stronger. 4 Tech 9 Zoel allows a lot more mobility. Towards the B bomb site we go. All 5 players of Astralis. They've got utility. 2 Molotovs, 2 smokes, plenty of flashbangs.
This will be cheeky. Little corner boost. Less to fire at, see above the boxes and try and lock Astralis in. They're going to be feeling the pressure now, and they are going to be walking in to Maden, who's gone mad on them. He's got 4. What a shot, unlucky for the last one. Looking for the 8, swaps to the Tech 9. He goes down, but Dia is there. We have an 11-11 scoreline.
What a great hold from Maden. That's brilliant. Astralis was in a lot of trouble anyways. Even with that boost up at mid, you could see if they didn't get into that bomb site clean, there was going to be a fast flank and probably not enough bodies for Astralis to actually address it. We're all tied up at 11. Good transfer from Maden. A little bit of luck coming through that smoke, and obviously the first target, he didn't complete the kill until just there, so he knew Zip was going to swing from close up, but these USP shots are crisp.
A lot of utility thrown over early. Ooh, one of the incendiaries didn't make it. Clipped the scaffolding up above, and you could see it just exploding in the air as Blame F ran by. So he has positioned at boxes that perhaps they weren't anticipating, but they aren't being overly aggressive on it from the ENCE side. Seeing that CT map come to play now, aren't we?
Yeah, but it is a lot of utility used. And Maden, that's ill-advised. Blame F knew he was on that side as well the whole time. He saw a trajectory of a flashbang early on, so Blame F had all the information. He continues to be absolutely fantastic in this series for Astralis. 24-8 now.
Swaps to the M4. Ooh, get that reload in. Nope, back away instead. Dia can't get the shot off, and they'll both actually relocate. However, Dia... Zipix had a pretty good idea. He was heading that direction and did quite a bit of damage through the wall.
Great damage all across the board for Astralis. Dia down to 31, Spinx down to 58, eats a little bit of nade damage. It's going to be so tough. Investigating, the timing's not with them, gets pulled into a double peek. Huge kill, 5-on-3 scenario for Astralis. Hades. Oh boy, he's delivered for ENCE a couple times early on in this game. He needs to do it once more. Second player coming from Donut, once from A main, and he knew he was going to go down. He just needed to find that one kill. He was desperate for it, and Lucky takes everything away. 12-11, Astralis nurse a 1-round lead.
Credit to composure. Hades is getting dinked through the box, and he still holds his angle, knowing that you're right. He had to just get one more to make it possible. It wasn't. Astralis are down but not out. They take back the lead by 1 round. Lucky onto the AWP. There is one immediately bought back up for Hades, but it leaves him as a glass cannon, Jason.
whatever. Let him have it.
For those unfamiliar, no armor to go with his AWP.
Remember, Hades was the savior in rounds 2 after they lost the pistol round, and then round 4 after they lost the 3rd round. He was the guy that brought him back in both of it. So yeah, give him whatever gun he wants because he's stepping up in big moments. Even if his score isn't saying it, the impact has been massive.
Boost again. This time, Blame F is in the open. Spinx makes it work. Good opening pick. They'll fall off the middle, even spraying, running, and gunning Snappy with the MP9 toward the smoke at elbow, and away they go. But the response from Astralis is toward A once more, and it's Hades. Again, AWP finds Lucky first. Extinguishes the flames behind him. That'll allow him to peek out right side or left, but the nades continue to rain in. He's down to 67 HP. He has support. Snappy is there. Oh my god. Oh no! Turn around! If he gets both there, I think he finds the 3rd as well. Very slow to react with Snappy. He was firing in his ear, but he had no idea Glaive was there.
Oh, there's the double kill. That's huge. Glaive had a round-winning play. Couldn't connect on the 2nd kill. I think Snappy's just so damn focused. There's no way he's turning that quick. That's a close situation. That ENCE, I don't even think they realize how close it was to just completely falling apart. Final timeout taken from Astralis at 12-12. They've got to be so frustrated in this second half because they've had a few rounds. They've had a few rounds where they've been so close to taking complete control, obliterating everything that ENCE can bring to bear in these fights, and they just haven't been able to get it. They haven't been able to fully reset. They haven't been able to deny ENCE at the important, critical economic rounds. And ENCE, for whatever reason, is just, I mean, the fact that they're holding on in some of these situations is crazy.
Well, highlighted by the fact that they're onto a last buy position. Astralis now used their last timeout. This is a very make or break point in the game for them. They'll have to be very composed from here forward as a tie and a potential to take the lead for ENCE first time since very early in the first half. And you kept saying it, Jason, they did well to get those 5 rounds. They were lucky in a lot of ways to get those 5 rounds, and I think that Astralis will definitely be regretting some of those first half situations.
This is probably the most frustrating thing for a team like Astralis that has so many experienced players is just the amount of close rounds that have just gone away from them. When they look back, you think this round 2 and 4 in this half, you think the diffuse that they got off earlier in the first half. Some weird situations. Blame F though, he's been Mr. Consistent, another kill to find the equalizing frag. 4 on 4, but the HP isn't good for Astralis.
It's no good. Shots out from Spinx, still trying to see where anyone might have gone as Dia still remains inside of that Jaguar position. You're absolutely right in terms of the kills. Blame F 25, Config 23. Lucky's not far behind. It's the new boys on Astralis 20 above everyone else. In fact, all events, all 5 on ENCE less than that. So despite the tied scoreline, Astralis were more capable of keeping guns alive in the earlier rounds of the first half.
Snappy needs to hold his nerve. We saw him struggle in this position earlier with the smoke. This time he needs to hang on. They need to be able to rely on him because Hades is in the swing position and he's going to have to divide his attention between mid as well. They're hoping that Snappy can let Hades know if anyone crosses over, but let's see. Molotov influence donut. That's the exact peak Config is looking for. Snappy steps right into it, and the smoke is going to block off Hades. Spam coming through. They can't find the kill, but oh, they get it at the end. It wasn't going to be a retake attempt, regardless of whether they got that or not, but the frag is perfect. 13-12 is going to be the scoreline. Maden has nothing.
Yeah, absolutely not. Astralis will not give up the lead. They refuse to do so. They stay ahead just barely again by 1 round. And that's, again, after using their last timeout, after being on the last buy. So this is a massive win because it's now going to put the boot on the other foot, a very tough position for ENCE to find themselves in.
You mentioned Lucky being up there on the scoreboard as well. Most of his impact was on the CT side. Remember that string of A rushes that ENCE tried to bust out. Lucky was just knocking them down as they came at him. But Config and Blame F on the T side. Blame F has gotten so many first kills for Astralis in these rounds. That play from Config towards Donut, the smoke, the Molotov into the corner to force Snappy into the exact peak he wanted. They're finding some very, very important frags to open the map up strategically for Astralis. And I think finally this is the obstacle that Astralis has been looking for pretty much this whole half. They've finally done it. They've finally just broken any chance for ENCE to buy anything in these rounds. Not even a hero M4, not even a glass cannon up. And Config gonna the line him up, double kill for him. Blame F blinded, taken down, surely not. Surely.
You're wrong. That could have been really awkward, but if
Yeah.
Glaive gets dropped in that situation and the smoke's still down up top, that could have been very, very scary. Astralis now with a 2-round lead. This is going to be it. This is going to be the bye for ENCE. They lose this, and overtime point achieved. They won't have any money to defend it. So this could be the game right here for Astralis.
Could be the series. Could be ENCE's entire tournament life.
Yeah, not wrong. This is very desperate round. Hades will go on to his AWP. Not a lot of utility for him. He has a flash. That's it. There's no kits. There's no kits at all.
Keep a track of that if a plant does go down. 4 players for Astralis towards B to start with. Hades. Oh, missed a shot. That's one we've seen him hit a couple of times. And Astralis is already challenging.
Maden waiting.
Oh my god, look at the pull. Look at the pull they've done. Config gets 1 kill, but look how many people rotated over just by that pressure from Astralis.
Now, it's still a long way to go.
It's a very big map, so can they get back in time? I think ENCE, I don't even know. I guess you kind of have to be a little bit aggressive.
The question I have now is Config, yeah, I think Hades knows. He does. Spinx heard him. Hades was checking it and trying to clear. Config was checking it and trying to clear, but it doesn't work out. Config gets the kill instead. Spinx behind the box is at least in position, but Glaive has that as well. Astralis looking good now to put ENCE against the wall. This could be it. They're absolutely at breaking point as Config takes down Dia as well. Maden's got nothing to do with this.
And just like Overpass, Astralis smells blood in the water. A round like this, not only are you going to win it, but you're going to take everything away. You're on the hunt. They know Maden's position now. Everyone from Astralis is going to start streaming across the map. Don't let them have anything. Don't let them save a single rifle.
AK. Expecting the swing. Config, man, oh man, what a round from him.
What are you supposed to do?
4 kills, and not only that, the information attained, it is map series and advancement, well, I shouldn't say advancement, survival point for Astralis, but elimination on the line for ENCE.
I think Config's had like, what, I feel like he's had at least 2. I think he's had like 3 4-kill rounds in this game. What are you supposed to do? Him and Blame have just taken this entire map over.
Well, in the last, 3 rounds since I mentioned scores, Blame F was leading on 25. Config now leads on 31.
Yeah.
So that's some pretty huge impact in the last 2 rounds alone.
Yeah, he's been massive. Final timeout taken by ENCE, and you can understand why. This is when you kind of look into the playbook. First, you got to decide if you want to bust out some kind of a trick play or just play it standard with these weapons. 2 Deagles, 3 SMGs. It's not pretty. They had this same situation on Overpass, down 12-15 with a scrappy buy to try and start a comeback towards overtime. And we'll just say it again because Astralis was in the same situation, 12-15 on Mirage in the first map, and they brought it back 3 rounds to force OT that they eventually lost in. But ENCE needs to dig deep one more time.
And dig deep with not the greatest of shovels either. They've got garden spades, if anything.
They have spoons, Matt.
Wooden spoons.
They're begging for a garden shovel.
And they're gonna spank them with the wooden spoons, Jason. Life's a garden. Spinx with the MP9 up close, tight angle to play. Can fall off, he actually finds Playback. Good start. Turns around, fires into the smoke as well, anticipating perhaps a re-peek from the bottom side of middle. That's where Glaive is, but he's not daring to go through that smoke. They know it's not worth going down 2 men this early in this round.
There's a gap in the smoke. This could be so dangerous. Oh, Zip's gonna spam through it. Good heads up play. I was just giggling. I'm thinking, if you're snappy at the moment, you know that's Config challenging you. With his hot hand, you know he's gonna be bold. You gotta be crapping your pants a little bit. Glaive gonna lurk up middle. He's gonna cut this map in half, cut this defense in half. Now, the bomb is still, oh dear Lord. What, that's not fair. In a round like this, through the smoke blind, Hades is down low, Dia is down low. Astralis in complete control, and again, Glaive has found access, but now he knows. Spinx turns, big kill, big kill.
Chance to try and work with that as they rotate over. Bomb in the hands of Lucky is already inside of the A tunnels, and it's Config again that has advanced to try and secure that position for Astralis as Spinx works his way back in from Donut, very low on HP. 17 only to work with as Spinx smoked off, but does he get to the plant? He's got 1. They're not looking at him. He's got the bomb down. 24 seconds, and Config has to clutch. He needs another 4 kills. As you say, Hades and Dia low, but the chances of trying to find them all when they know they just need to survive are slim, and as he walks out and tries to bait at least one shot in his favor, Spinx shuts the round down. That AK, you called it. As soon as they got Glaive, it turns on its head, and ENCE have one more at least in them.
That's so massive. One more obstacle for Astralis to overcome in this series. An incredible comeback in the round for ENCE. A desperate situation. Spinx is tall enough to take the task. 2 more rounds to force overtime if you're ENCE. And at least this time they have a way more comfortable bio. Snappy is on the AWP. I think he wants to counter Config. He's saying, Config, all right, come challenge me this round. Please, for the love of God. You've been battering me this whole time. I'll take the op. Just walk into it for me. He's done dealing with the contact plays. But Config isn't there.
Bounce nade goes out toward middle. Glaive is on the other side, and they're just checking to make sure there is no further regression as Spinx sprays through the smoke. Down middle, that's where Config's playing. Tapping with the AK, knows the headshot lineup, but Spinx has the silencer. Instead, though, why bother fighting with bullets when you can use fire? He'll force him off the angle. That will open up access to middle. Config's gonna go all the way.
It'd be so funny if he pushed up and he found Spinx just from a brand new angle. Not funny for Spinx, not funny for ENCE, but funny for us.
Config has opened up the site so many times on A. He's actually gone by Hades, and that's what Glaive's trying to figure out now. Glaive, did Hades see that? He swung. He didn't. He didn't at all.
It's okay, though, because Spinx is watching from the B bomb site. He's got his eyes on it. But that utility is going to pull his gaze away. Everyone has to shift. Snappy has to be really careful about mid. He has no idea. He has no idea. No one's communicating. Now he turns. He's considering it. Oh, he's going to go down. Oh, he's got it. But Config is up next. Now it's all up to Hades and Donut. The bomb is here. No, Lucky gets the headshot. It's falling apart for ENCE at the final stretch.
Spinx saw it through the box to give Snappy the heads up, but you're right. It's falling apart now. Again, Config working up to get the information. Dia versus 4. He finds the first quickly enough, but the bomb down and not aware that BlameF is coming up middle. He'll push Astralis over the line himself. And therefore, it is now going to be them advancing to tomorrow. And ENCE, we have to say goodbye.
Oh, it's a tough goodbye as well to say. What an admirable fight that they've put up in this series. So many tough rounds they had to deal with, and they stood in it as well as they possibly could.